What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here. Welcome to Afternoons Delight. So we're gonna do a special video today. Usually I always do like little episode recaps and my opinions with them and stuff like that. But we're gonna do a special video to get y'all thinking going into next week. Basically about this Sheila and Mike thing and just kind of just talking about some things, you know what I'm saying? So before we get into everything though, definitely need y'all to hit that like button as I come on in here. Definitely hit that like button. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Any comments y'all got, definitely put it below. And if you want to donate to the channel, hit the thanks button below the video. Let's get into it. So we know from Thursday's episode that Mike Guthrie is back. He is a guy that helped Sheila Carter out on her crimes back in the 90s and 2000s. Used to work with her, and he obviously has feelings for Sheila. He'll do anything for her. And Sheila's always been able to manipulate that part of him, knowing that he just will do anything for her. And I think she's ready to use him again to help her in this situation get out of prison first, and then do whatever she's planning on doing on the outside to wreak havoc. So, like I said, I said it yesterday, it's a big game changer, the fact that he's here. Because I think for Sheila, just having some help on the outside, it makes everything so much more difficult for the people in Los Angeles who want to get, justice for her shooting Steffi and Finn and all the other crimes she's done in the past. And with her having help now, it's going to be harder to navigate the waters and basically, put her down. So with her probably escaping prison with the help of Mike, she now becomes a fugitive. So she's not someone who will be out here free, to be honest. But one of the things that is still going to help Sheila is the fact that Finn is not dead. So it's going to go from a murder to attempted murder, which would be a little bit easier for Sheila in the court if we ever get to that point in the storyline. Because they might just go on and hit it. They might find a way to just write it off and not even have Sheila a part of that. We've seen this happening in soaps many times, even on this soap. When someone gets murdered, they get away with it. I believe they're going to do that with this whole thing. She's going to end up getting away with it, and they're just going to lead us in the past, and they're going to focus on whatever is in front of them. So I think that's honestly what's going to happen with this whole thing. When it comes to Finn, and Lee or whatever, we talked about it yesterday, how Lee slipped up and said is instead of was. She said is a good man, which means, that means that the guy is still alive, right? And Sheila's putting two and two together. Like, why didn't you say was? If we're talking about was, that's in the past tense instead of the present tense, which means that when you talk about was, that means the guy is dead. Why would you say is? Unless, people slip up, with their verbiage or whatever and what they say. They definitely slip up, okay? But at the same time, I think for Sheila, not seeing a body yet, nobody seeing a body yet, we all can't assume that he's dead. And I think Sheila is kind of wondering, like, why haven't none of us seen the body yet? Like, we haven't seen Finn's body yet. So why should I assume that he's still dead when we haven't seen the body yet? And so this is something that Lee is going to have to answer to. And I told y'all yesterday, look, Lee might not be as evil as Sheila, but evil is evil. I don't care what degree of evilness that Sheila has. The fact is that Lee is just as evil as she is, and you can just see it in her mentality. She rarely smiles. She is a very serious person. And the fact that she hates the Forresters just like Sheila, it gives, she's no better than her. I mean, you know what I'm saying? She's keeping Finn away from them for a reason. She doesn't want Steffi to reunite with Finn. She wants Finn to forget about Steffi whenever he wakes up. So the one thing that And let me see, because I want to make sure. Let me check on this real quick, because I talked to. Let's see, because I want to make sure I get the person right. Let me see here. Hold on for a quick sec. Let me see here. Let me see. Oh, okay. It was Sammy Thompson who said it yesterday about potentially Lee may need to work with Sheila on this. So I can still see that sort of happening. I mean, it's not like Sheila really needs, now that Mike is back in the picture, it's not like Sheila really needs Lee's help, but I think Lee is going to need Sheila's help more. I think it's going to be more like that, because she's going to need somebody when she gets, because at some point, Lee is going to get the fire for this, and it's not going to go the way she wants. Steffi is going to be so upset with Lee that all of this time she's grieving over a man that she married, really thinking he's dead when it was a possibility he could be alive the whole time, and she was just trying to treat him. Because let's just say Lee did not hate the Forresters. I'm just putting out a scenario. If Lee did not hate the Forresters, if Lee would have came to them and been like, "Look, I'm trying to save him because the hospitals aren't giving him a chance. They haven't given him a chance to stay alive. That's why I took him. I'm a doctor myself. I think I can wash over him in a coma or whatever." I think the Forces would have fully understood that. I don't think they would have challenged it to be like, "Oh, I'll take him to the hospital." You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that's what Lee was worried about as well when she first did it. But I think it's deeper than that for Lee. I think Lee hates the Forresters, mainly Steffi, because that before all of this happened, Finn was safe. You know what I'm saying? Finn was not in a situation where he almost got killed. And all this other stuff. So I think Lee really blames the Forces for this death. Even though Sheila is the one that killed him. Well, supposedly was supposed to have killed him, but at least shot him. I'm going to just say shot him because he's not dead. But and I think Lee is sort of like, I'm really like sort of torn about that situation. So in this situation here, I think Lee is going to need Sheila at some point, because when shit hits the fan, she's going to need that support. She's going to need some help. And the only person that she's honestly going to be able to rely on is Sheila, because there's nobody else in town that hates the Forces work and that can actually help her. Because now you got Mike. Mike's willing to do anything. Mike could actually help Lee cover this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's gonna need Sheila more than she thinks. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to go at this as in a lone wolf approach. I don't think Jack is in the picture at all. That's the other thing that still needs to be answered or whatever. But we'll see if that happens with Lee. Now back to this whole Mike thing. Mike is going to help Sheila escape out of prison. We knew that she wouldn't be there too long. I still don't even think she would have even gotten a huge sentence going to court. So I thought Sheila was getting out either way. And like I told y'all earlier in the video, I think they're going to, at some point, they're going to put this in the past and act like it never happened. You know what I'm saying? I think they are going to work on a situation where Sheila could get away with this and they don't ever talk about it again. They've done this with other murders before. They're just going to leave it behind. It's never going to get to the court. She's not going to go back to jail. Like, they're going to act like it never happened, bro. I think at some point they're going to get to that point with this. And it's going to be more about what Sheila does in the future. So, he's going to help her escape. He's a guard, so he can easily get her out. I believe that's on the horizon next. And then things are going to really hit the fan. Like all hell's going to break loose, because now Sheila is free. And she's a different Sheila than what she was when she first came back to LA last year. Because last year, she was actually trying to be nice. She really wasn't starting anything. It was just when Brooke and Steffi provoked her, that set her over the edge. But there was nothing, and she was trying to prove herself to be a better person, a changed person for Finn's sake, so that she could get back in the Finn, so that she could also be in Hayes' life. But now that everyone has sort of like turned their shoulder on her and they're talking bad about her, and she really feels like she has nothing to lose now. She's also a fugitive, so at this point, for Sheila, she's just like, I got nothing to lose. So at this point, I think what's going to end up happening is Sheila is going to try to find out where Finn is first. I think that's the first thing on the docket. And I'm telling you, it's going to be worse for everyone because Mike is a psycho himself. And he's going to give her so much help that it's going to be 10 times harder to take down Sheila now than it was before. It's just all hell's just going to break loose, man. So I think she's going to try to go find Finn first and see if he's alive. And that's where her and Lee are going to have another talk. And this time, Lee is going to have no choice but to cooperate with Sheila about this. Now Sheila holds all the cards because once she finds out that Finn is alive, now she pretty much controls Lee because Lee probably, even though she hates the Forresters, she probably still cares about not wanting the Forresters to know, and she doesn't want to get trapped by, because the Forresters could probably, I don't know, law-wise, they can probably charge her, have her get charged with something. So Lee is going to need Sheila, and it's going to be one of those like for those of y'all that watch that movie State Property, man. It's going to be a get down and lay down situation for Lee. Get down and lay down. So she gonna have to get down and lay down because she don't hold the cards. Sheila does. Once Sheila finds out about this, Sheila could go tell everybody that Finn is alive. You know what I'm saying? She go tell everybody that Finn is alive. Everybody in town is going to end up needing Sheila. You know, or at least the people that's close to the situation, they're going to end up needing Sheila. Even Steffi. He's going to end up needing Sheila. Sheila is going to have complete control over this town. And that's what's going to be so interesting about how the tables have all been turned. She went from being the person that was backed up against this wall to being the person that's over the wall now. And she's like the queen right now. She's looking down at everybody down through the tunnel and seeing like, I hold all the cards now. Because I got Mike over here. And if you do something, knowing Mike is gonna help me out. Get this situation done. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said it's a game changer with Mike, bro. Mike being it, man, it's like having two psychos on the loose, man. This is, oh man, Steffi, when you come back, bro, you ain't seen nothing yet. You thought you was all tough and everything. Oh boy, you ain't seen nothing yet, man. I can't wait. You know what? At this point, I can't wait for Steffi to get back, man, because that's when this storyline is really gonna go to another level. And let's talk about Taylor real quick. The lady who turned her back on Sheila. Oh, you gonna wish you didn't do that. You gonna wish you didn't do that now. Oh, boy. And that's why you've been talking about Taylor gonna be the main one trying to get her forgiveness, but she gonna be spooked. She gonna be absolutely spooked. Brooke gonna be spooked. The only person that we still haven't seen that one-on-one interaction with, and I hope we see it soon, is her and Deacon. So that's going to be interesting too for me, is to see that interaction with Deacon as well, man. And I just can't wait to see what version of Finn we have, man. I got like I said, man, in the past, they may end up doing it like Jason Morgan on General Hospital, man, where the guy's mind turned into an assassin, bro. I'm still not sure if we're going to get the same Finn or not, man. I don't think we're going to get the same Finn. I think he's going to be programmed different. And if he is, either he's going to be against Sheila, or he might be even working with Sheila. Sheila, this. Get ready for the wild ride of your life these next 2 years, man. Because this is going to be wild. This is going to be wild, man. Whenever they get back into the thick of this, oh my Lord. I'm going to let y'all take it over in the comment section, man. I couldn't wait to do another 15-minute video for y'all, man. Just to make y'all think about some things, man. Put all y'all comments below, man. This is a pretty interesting video. Getting a chance to talk about Mike here, man. Mike Guthrie, man. I wanted them to continue this on Friday, but they didn't. But it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting, man, to see how Sheila holds all these cards, man. So y'all let me know in the comment section, man. How y'all think this is gonna go? Everything, leave it out there, man. Just leave it out there in the comment section, man. And I'm gonna try to respond to y'all when I can as well in this video, man. So like, share, subscribe to the video, man. If y'all want to donate to the channel, hit the thanks button below, man. Whenever y'all watching this, man, have a good day, man. I'll hear from y'all later. Thank y'all for watching. After News Delight.